world and only being a politician for a short period of time. How am I doing? Am I doing okay? I'm president. Hey, I'm president. Can you believe it, right?
No. No, I can't. Yeah. Also, look how happy those old white guys are. I guess they're just happy they finally passed something that wasn't a kidney stone. No longer covered, by the way. But here's one of the most galling parts of the whole process. In 2010, when Democrats passed Obamacare, Republicans complained constantly about what they claimed was a rushed process that lacked public input. Back then, at least, Obamacare went through tons of hearings, took well over a year to become law. And what about this GOP bill? There have been no hearings, no studies, no Congressional Budget Office analysis, not even text of a bill circulated the day before the vote. In fact, some Republicans right now are just outright admitting that they did not read the bill that they voted on, a bill that would reorganize 1/6 of the American economy. Like Virginia Republican Tom Garrett, who said this on MSNBC today.
Have you read the whole bill?
Oh, gosh. Let's put it this way. People in my office have read all the parts of the bill. I don't think any individual has read the whole bill, but that's why we have staff.
That's right. Your elected official didn't read the bill, but Jonah did. Even the basic question of how much the bill would cost has been a mystery to Republicans, like Texas Congressman Joe Barton, who said this last week.
Is this going to be a cheaper bill when everything is said and done if it passes, or a more expensive bill than Obamacare?
Well, that's a very good question. The honest answer, Greta, is that nobody really knows.
And when it comes to healthcare, I think all Americans want the comfort of not knowing. Am I covered for this life-saving procedure? Why don't we do the operation now and we'll tell you tomorrow? Ooh, that sounds fun. So Americans and members of Congress haven't even read this bill, and the Congressional Budget Office has not told us how much it costs. I just wish someone would have the courage to come out against such a secretive process. I wish someone would just tell Paul Ryan that we shouldn't pass bills we haven't read and don't know what they cost.
I don't think we should pass bills that we haven't read, that we don't know what they cost.
Hey, Paul Ryan! That was Paul Ryan in 2009 when Obamacare was making its way through Congress, and you'll never guess how much of what Ryan claimed to hate back then he's totally cool with today.
If you rush this thing through before anybody even knows what it is, that's not good democracy. That's not doing our work for our constituents. Speaker Pelosi is trying to jam her bill through as fast as possible. I think this is less about healthcare policy and more about ideology. This is not bipartisan. For bipartisanship to work, the majority has to be willing to collaborate with the minority. That has not occurred. We are right here creating a legislative Trojan horse in which a handful of people, hidden from public view, will reshape how all Americans receive and pay for their health care. And they're trying to muscle it through by the end of this week.
And when it comes to muscling, no one knows better than Paul Ryan. Look at that guy. He's in amazing shape. No wonder he's not worried about health care. His resting heart rate is he doesn't have one. Everything that Paul Ryan claimed to hate about the Obamacare process in 2009, he is doing now. Republicans are lying through their teeth about the impacts of the bill on premiums and pre-existing conditions and hoping no one will catch them because there's no CBO score. And until last night, there was no text. Americans are being conned, and there will be consequences for the people doing the conning. But don't take it from me. Take it from this guy.
What people are going to get is not what they think they're getting based upon the rhetoric that was used to sell this healthcare bill. This is not about healthcare policy. If it were, we could pass a bipartisan bill to fix what's broken in healthcare without breaking what's working in healthcare. This is about ideology. My friends, the choice is not whether you're going to stick with your party leaders. The choice here is what side of history do you want to be on?
Yes, what's it going to be? Are you with Paul Ryan or are you with Paul Ryan? This has been a closer look.